Hey guys, how's it going? Happy podcast day. My name is Nikki. If you are new here, we've had a number of new followers lately, which is exciting. I'm really excited to have you here. Today is going to be a fun episode. Don't mind me, it is really cold out. I've got both dogs and both cats in here. So if there is a crapshoot behind me, you know what's going on. Or if a cat randomly jumps up on my desk, just forewarned. But anyway, I am going to do an episode today in honor of my recent 37th birthday. 37 truths about me, about life that I've learned you may relate to. Some of them may be eye-opening things for you, some of them may make you laugh, some of them may have everything to do with me and nothing to do with you, but we might just have it in common. But that's just kind of how today's going to roll. And it's just 37 things that I've learned over the 37 years. So I'll go through them and kind of explain as we go. The cats are already making their way up to the desk. This is going to be interesting. So as far as all this, number one, who you were growing up does not mean that you have to stay that person forever. I think that I got really, really trapped in the persona that I was quote unquote supposed to be when I was growing up, that I kind of lost my way in figuring out who the heck I was and what I wanted, where I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to be interested in. All of those things really just got confusing for me for a while. And honestly, love how I grew up, loved, my childhood. It was great, but I'm really, really proud of the fact that I don't remain the same person that I was then. My favorite things and hobbies and whatever I was doing back then no longer is what my favorite things and hobbies are now, and that's okay. So don't feel like you have to remain the same person forever, whether that's when you were a kid or whether that's the person you are right now. You may not want to remain that person, a year from now, and that's okay. So just keep that in mind. Number two, peanut butter or almond butter is not a protein source. I used to literally sit at my old work when I was working for the government. We would have a break, and I literally just bought like the giant jars of peanut butter, and I would eat spoonfuls of it. It's not a protein source, you all. I also love almond butter. I love peanut butter. I love almond butter, but at the same point, we're saying to remember it's a fat source that has protein in it. It is not a protein source. So use it appropriately. Number three, a six pack is not required to be sexy, but it's still fun to have every once in a while. I think a lot of people, especially women, especially moms, you get really caught up in what you think you're supposed to look like, how sexy is supposed to look, and you get caught up in thinking that you need to have the most defined stomach ever. And I've been there and I've done that, and it's fun for sure, to feel like, well, there is just nothing extra, but in the same token, it doesn't mean that that's the only way that you can be sexy, right? So try to not associate those together. It's just a point in where your body is at, wherever you are. If you've got shredded abs right now, or if you've got some weight to lose, it doesn't matter. Sexy can look either way. It is about your mindset. It is how you feel. It's how you treat yourself. It's how you talk to yourself. It is the way that you take care of yourself. All those things determine how quote unquote sexy you can feel. So do not tie that physical aspect to it. I definitely used to do that, and it was a huge waste of time, and it really screwed up my mentality for a long time. Um, Number four, staying home and bed early is the new cool thing to do. Yes, I literally have to go, and I say this with all the love. I love my husband. I love going out and doing the things. He has his Christmas party this Saturday night. We have to go to it. I have to like put on real clothes. I need to do my hair. I don't even know if I own eyeshadow anymore. Should probably put some of that on maybe. But like we're gonna be out later, and he's super excited to like maybe go out after the party. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. So like it's cool. I love spending time with him, love going out on occasion. I stink at staying out late. I really am a homebody. Like if you give me the option to hang out with my husband, my kids, my best friend, like at home in our sweats, reading a book, watching movies, having snacks. That's who I am. And let's go to bed at like 8:45, 9:15. Like I'm totally good with that. So that's who I am. It's definitely not who I used to be. I have vivid memories of being 19, 20, 21 in college doing my hair and drinking a six pack at the same time, getting ready to go out at like 10:30 or 11. I don't know who that person is because she no longer is within me. Let's see. Number five, if it is not toe curling good, it's a hell no. So if you've listened to my podcast before, this is about food most of the time. I used to really, really struggle with overeating, with binge eating, emotional eating, all of those things. And, I really just boiled it down to this. And I've told people it so many times. If you're at a party, an event, or the school cafeteria, or not kids, but like teachers, right? Or you're at the gas station grabbing something, right? If that food choice is not like orgasmically going to curl your toes under so good, it's a hell no, you guys. It's not worth it. Why are we doing that? Are we really going to throw our choices under the bus for a package of old chips or, the cookie that's been in the warmer for the last 3 days? Like, it's probably just not worth it. So if it's not toe curling good, it's just a hell no for me. So that's where I'm at with that. Um, Number six, there's a difference between being friends and being friendly with people. So I think like I've really worked on this with my daughter as well to help her understand that we don't need to be best friends with everybody. We don't need to give everybody our full trust. We don't need to give everybody our whole heart. We can care about people. We can be empathetic for people. We can be absolutely friendly with people when we are around them, but we don't have to be there and be everyone's best friend either. We can be selective about who our closest friends are. And I think that that's a hard differentiation to make, especially as you're growing up. But I see a lot of adults struggling with it too. Would I like to be closer with some people? Sure. I am very close with a lot of people, but I am only absolutely so close with very few. And that's okay with me. I find it to be a little bit less stressful too. I mean, let's be honest, there's only so many people that can handle all of this all the time. And we all balance each other out really well, so it works out fabulous. But there is just that difference, right? If you don't want to be best friends with someone, or you don't want to go to their dinner parties, or you don't want to go grab drinks with them all the time, or whatever the case is, you can be friendly with them, you can get along with them, but we don't need to do all the things all the time with them. So just make sure that you have that ability to say no sometimes to people. Um, let's see. Next, number seven, it's okay to miss a workout. If you've been following me for a while, you know that working out is like my happy point, even if it's a workout I hate. I love working out because it is my stress relief. It is my me time. It is where I can focus on just the thing at task and I can get it accomplished and I can do it really, really well. It makes me feel strong and powerful and all the things that come along with working out, but it's okay to miss it sometimes. Like if you're sick, if you're injured, if you are just crazy tired, if it is the end, ladies, if it is the end of the month, right before your period is starting and you're in luteal phase and you hate the sounds and the people are all pissing you off and you feel weak, like it's okay. We don't need to do every single workout. You're not going to lose all your progress by missing one. It's okay. It took me a long time to learn that. Um, F and F, fiber and fermented foods are top-notch priorities. I never, ever thought, like, I grew up being very, very ashamed, very, very shy, to talk to anyone about like pooping or peeing or periods or anything like that. It's very much like taboo in my home, and that's okay. But um, they are now very much very top priorities and topics of conversation in my life and that I have with my clients because you all, if you're not pooping normal or you've got really painful periods or you're peeing your pants, like life could be better. So we may as well talk about it. Let's talk about your pelvic floor. Let's talk about how we breathe. Let's talk about how much we are taking in for fiber in the fermented food so we can improve our gut health and make our mood better, right? It's so much better. It's so important. So, really, if you don't know what fiber and fermented foods are, either message me or look them up. You can get going, and my NH Fitness app will coach you and help you do all the things with them too. But they are so incredibly helpful for mental health, for digestion, for lowering cholesterol, for just improving everything. So F and F, definitely a top one. Number nine, your taste buds totally change. Keep trying things. I literally was sitting there eating a bunch of raw carrots and hummus yesterday. My daughter thinks I'm so disgusting for eating it. I would have thought the same thing about myself like 5 years ago. I love it now. I will sit there and eat raw vegetables with hummus, no question about it. I love the taste. I love the texture. I love how it makes me feel. I am all about it. And your taste buds are gonna change. So keep trying the things. Just because you didn't like something 5, 10, 15 years ago doesn't mean that you don't like it now. Try again. Try again. So that's really important to just know. Number 10, life is too short to wear uncomfortable sports bras. Oh my God, you guys, if it's not comfortable, if it doesn't hold the girls where it's supposed to hold the girls, if it digs into your shoulders, if it just makes if you don't like the color, right? Whatever, don't do it anymore. Get a comfortable sports bra, one that holds all the things where it's supposed to be held, and go from there. I personally have fallen in love with Born Primitive bras. I'm not gonna like flash you right now and show you, but I love them. They have a couple of options. Because my traps are actually kind of big, so like the crisscrossy bras really dig in and they get uncomfortable sometimes, hence my point. They have a couple that go up over the shoulder, kind of like a tank top. In love with them. I actually, if you're a new customer of Born Primitive, you can get like $25 off of your $75 order. That link can be below or it's on my website. But message me if you want it. It's super easy and like love all this is a Born Primitive sweatshirt. Like I love all their stuff. But really, life is just too damn short to be uncomfortable and have the girls flip-flopping everywhere and doing all the things. Like just hold them puppies where they're supposed to be. Number 11, I know I work out for me and only me because I wear men's sweats 90% of the time. This is so legit. I used to think that I was working out for like the clothes I wanted to wear or for how I wanted to look on the random time that we actually go to the beach or get on the boat or whatever. No, I clearly do this for me. I love the way that I look right now. I love the way that I feel right now. Um, I literally wear men's sweats most of the time. My husband is so lucky. I just it's who I am. And I think that if you are confident enough, like to just wear what you want to wear, even though you might be able to pull off, something different is totally okay. So clearly, I'm to the point of maturity that I now know that I work out for me and only me, because I couldn't care less what I wear on the day to day as long as I'm comfortable in it. And that is a huge key, a key to my happiness. Okay. Number 12, ingredients labels 100% supersede calories and macros. Oh my God, shout it to the rooftops. I wish I had known this before, but we all have to learn by trial and error. It's okay. But ingredient labels, right? We want minimal ingredients. We want foods on there that we can pronounce. We don't want any dyes, emulsifiers, gums, like all the added junk, right? We want ingredient labels that mean more to us than the macro labels, okay? Macros, total calories, those things, yes, they matter and they come into importance, but ingredient labels absolutely supersede the quality and how your body's going to respond to them, like immediately within the next 5 years, within the next 10 years. So please, please, please get this through your head. Ingredient labels 100% matter way more than the macro label, okay? Um, Number 13, buy shoes that fit. Did you know that your feet likely keep growing as you get older for a while? Like typically after pregnancy, women can go up like a half a size of shoes after every single pregnancy. I think I used to be a 9, now I'm like a 10. And that to makes total sense. And I know that I still try to squeeze in a 9.5, and there's no good reason for that. All that does is like hurt your feet. It can actually cause you to have a tight pelvic floor, which leads to all kinds of other issues. So buy shoes that fit you guys, right? If you need a wide toe box, go find a wide toe box. It's fine. You do not need to stick with the same size shoes that you've had since you were 18. So just keep that in mind. Number 14, don't stay in a situation out of familiarity. If it's time for a change, change. I don't think I need to really emphasize on this one too much. I have stayed where I was feeling comfortable or safe out of familiarity for way too long before. And I finally decided it was the time for a change, and I changed it, and it was the best thing I've ever done. So I would say, whatever the case is, don't stay somewhere just because you're familiar with it. If it's time for a change, make that change happen. 15, have two best friends, one being your spouse and the other one you can talk to about anything and trust with anything that does not live with you. I absolutely love my husband. We talk about everything, right? But then I also have my best friend who unfortunately lives across the country, but we talk about everything. And I do think that if we lived closer together, it'd be great. I do think if we lived together, we'd probably kill each other. But I think it's really important to have at least those two best friends. And I know it sounds cliche, but having your spouse or partner be one of your best friends is a huge piece to being successful in marriage and being happy every day, or finding happiness every day. Like every day is not perfect, but I think that that's just a big piece. And I don't bash my husband, but of course, my best friend and I talk about situations and marital stuff, and you need someone to be able to do that with. So it's great to have that option. Number 16, wash your freaking face every night. I grew up in a house where we did not wash off our makeup at night. We just piled more on the next day like we were living in the Victorian era. Like, oh my goodness, you guys. I'm surprised my eyelashes didn't fall out. I would always have makeup all over like my pillowcases, and I thought that was normal. Wash your face every night. Please take off your makeup, use a cleanser, just put some moisturizer on. It doesn't have to be super like crazy, but please wash your face. Okay? If you are watching this and you are of any age, wash your face every night. Number 17, I am 100% a crier. I've accepted it. I will cry no matter what mood I am in, happy, mad, sad, scared, laughing. I will 100% be crying. So it is what it is. I wish that that wasn't the case, but that's who I am. So maybe we have that in common. I don't know. Number 18, I used to rep a makeup company. Now I barely wear any makeup at all. Yeah. I also used to rep a hair product company, and well, isn't it looking so nice in its low bun right now? Like, I don't even know what I was doing in those two businesses. I had fun with them. I learned a lot about business. I learned a lot about like social media presence, which has helped me in my current career of fitness and nutrition. But I don't think that hair and makeup is really my forte, and that is okay. Um, Number 19, this one, dude, just say no to whatever your kid dropped on the floor as far as food goes. I can't tell you the number of times I reached down and ate that like old half-eaten chicken nugget or the crushed up like goldfish or the half-eaten Oreo or what. Like, it's not worth it. Get rid of that. There's no reason for you to be eating that. You don't need it. It doesn't taste good. It's probably stale. It probably has dog hair on it. Like, get rid of it. You don't need it. I promise. Um, Number 20, I absolutely despise leg day, but I will never skip it. My legs actually are quite well built, I have to say. Like I love that, but I don't enjoy it. Every time I'm doing squats or hip thrusts or anything else associated with leg day, I don't like it until I'm done. That's just who I am. 21, please do not send brownie or cookie, aka brookie desserts. They are a toe curling yes for me, and I don't want to have them every day. So do not send those. Thank you. Number 22, I wore a roof expander headgear and braces as a kid. So yeah, I hated it, but it was well worth it. Literally, the roof expander, my mom had to have a key on a string and she would turn the sucker however often, like one or two clicks, and it would widen my mouth. The headgear, 100% what you're thinking, like the bar went in my mouth and stuck out to the sides. I had the thing that went over my head at night. I drool all over my face every morning. Super good looks. So there's that, but had those for like 3 years and now we're good, right? My teeth aren't perfect, but they're a heck of a lot better than they were before. There's the husband right now, but I'm recording the call, so he's walking away. Um, Number 23, I have an animal science degree, and while I don't use my degree directly anymore, it did lead to the majority of my first clients that I helped with fitness and provided the majority of my before pictures. So thank you, Iowa State and University of Wisconsin-Platteville for that. I'm so glad that we could get so much out of you. 24, my sourdough is named Shirley. I did not name my first starter, so likely why she got mad at me and I had to start over. 25, I eat nearly all meals with miniature spatulas. Don't really know why, other than the fact I don't like to waste. And with the spatula, I can easily get all of the edges and all of the extras out. And it makes me feel like I'm not wasting anything. And I don't know, it's satisfying to see a clean plate. I don't know, but mini spatulas, that's where it's at for me. Um, 26, just eat the chocolate chip. Every Sunday night we do pancakes for the kids. And I usually do like a mug cake or, whatever else I'm having. And the kids always get white chocolate chips in their pancakes. And I absolutely went through a phase where I would not allow myself to have any. I would not lick the fork after I was cutting it up. I wouldn't have a single chocolate chip. I said, absolutely not. I didn't have one for probably like a year. And oh my God, you guys, it was so not worth it. Have the freaking chocolate chip, have a part of a pancake with your kid. It's going to matter so much more to them in the long run instead of always remembering you not participating in that. Like, just have one. It's okay. You're going to survive. 27. My absolute favorite versions of myself mentally and physically were actually before I did 75 hard. So back in 2020, I absolutely loved how I felt and looked and how I thought of myself and everything when we were on a vacation, just Rob and I down in Mexico with another couple of friends. And I felt so great. And then after we got home, I did 75 hard like 6 times. We won't go into that right now. And then I honestly, my favorite versions of me were not during 75 hard. Now, nearly 2 years after doing my last round of it, I now feel my best again in a very different way. So I just want to throw that out there. A lot of people that listen to me know what 75 hard is, have done it, have tried it, want to do it. I'm not bashing it by any means, but what I am saying is your favorite version of you may not be within that program. Number 28. I absolutely love getting my teeth cleaned. I'm going to the dentist next Friday. I cannot wait. I have the permanent bar on the back of my teeth from after braces, and I floss daily and do all the brushing, and I still can't keep that sucker clean, and I can't wait to get them cleaned out. So I love getting my teeth cleaned. 29. Going through my pantry and fridge to throw away junk food or expired food and organizing is extremely satisfying to me. It's like a refreshment. I love that feeling of just like everything is cleaned up. I feel good about this. We have good quality food. Nothing is expired. Nothing is gross. Get rid of it. I love the declutter feeling is the best thing in the world. Um, let's see. Number 30, I'll wash, dry, and fold all the laundry, but putting it away is a massive challenge. I will literally have stacks of folded laundry everywhere, laundry laid out that needs to be hung up, and I avoid it like the plague. I hate putting it away. I have no idea why. I will even fold socks, but I don't want to put it away. Let's see, 31, rest days are 100% necessary and you won't lose all your muscle from taking a deload week. I kind of touched on that earlier as far as you can miss a workout, but I take a rest day every single week now, and oh my God, is it glorious? My body says thank you all the time. So, rest days, take them. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to build, you're not going to get stronger, and you'll probably end up losing more muscle than what you're gaining. So, take the rest days. Number 32, ankle socks for life. I do have some of those taller crew socks, but I'm an ankle sock girl. I feel more normal with it. Oh my God, let me see my ankles, right? It's okay. I'm good with it. And maybe that just identifies me of being in my late 30s. That is okay. I don't care anymore. Ankle socks for me. 33, be an advocate for yourself with your boss, your family, your doctor, always. If you are not going to advocate for yourself, people may not do it for you. Your kids may follow in your footsteps and be pushed around or trapped in situations they don't need to be trapped in. And we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So be an advocate for yourself. Dig deeper, ask the questions, move on, get a second opinion, do what you need to do. Be the advocate that you need to be for you so that your kids, if you have kids, can learn from that as well. Number 34, you are 100% capable of accomplishing huge goals, even if you're scared and your closest friends and family have to remind you daily that you are very capable of doing so. Um, it's true. A number of times I've accomplished giant things that I never thought were possible have happened every time. Every time I've set a massive goal, I have gotten there. And now I have a new massive goal, and it's the scariest one that I've ever had, but I'm gonna claw my way to it. It's gonna happen. And my closest family and friends know exactly what it is. And they have to remind me daily that it's possible and we're going to get there. So just know that you're capable if you put your head down and you put your mind to it. 35, the decisions and work ethic you have when no one is looking or there to clap will always be where you'll grow most. That is so true. People ask all the time how and why I lift so hard or work so hard during my workouts when I'm here all alone. It's because I know that I'm doing it for me and for the goals that I want to have and for the body and mind and mentality and strength that I want to have outside of the gym. So if I don't push myself inside the gym, I'm not going to get where I want to be. You need to be in the mindset that if no one's watching, if no one's clapping, if no one's giving you the high five, right? You still need to work. You need to work even harder. So do it for you every time. Um, Number 36, take ownership for mistakes and situations that you're in. Even if you don't feel like you're directly responsible, there's probably somewhere along the way where you could have done something different to make the situation better. So take ownership, learn from it, apologize where it's called for, and always remain transparent. Um, if you don't apologize where apologies are due or give credit where credit's due, and if you don't remain transparent with people, they're going to see no pun intended, right through you, because they're going to know that you're lying. So you need to remain transparent. You need to own up to things that maybe you did wrong. You need to just be honest with people. That's the thing. People are not honest with each other anymore at all. And it's just become so easy to lie about things, and it's just not worth it. So don't lie, right? Take ownership for mistakes. Figure out how you can make situations better and just always remain as humble and honest as you can in any situation. And number 37, last but not least, find a reason to laugh every day. I have lived my life as a stress ball for far too long, and I literally have this goal right on the middle of my focus board for this year, my vision board. And it says, laugh more, worry less. And it is beyond true. You need to find a reason to laugh every single day, whether it's a funny post on Facebook or Instagram, or your kids did something goofy, or your pet's funny, or you have a funny memory, it pops up, whatever it is. Find a reason to laugh every day. Is too, Life is too short to not have laughter. Laughter helps ease pain. Laughter helps us heal. Laughter helps us forget about our worries, at least for a short period of time. Find a reason to laugh every day. And I think that you'll probably feel better. So that's what I have for you, 37 personal truths about me that maybe you relate to, maybe you found funny, maybe you found annoying, but that's okay. I hope that you've loved this. If you have questions about anything that I mentioned as far as clothes or products or my app or coaching or anything that we talked about in here, reach out. I'm always happy to be here for you. And I hope you have the best day. And be sure to share this if you think that it was helpful in any way for you. Bye, everybody.